cracking, everybody? Today's video is on the things we say. All right, what's cracking, everybody? As you can tell from my voice, I got sick again. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But one of the viewers, hopefully a subscriber, Nunya Biz was his name. In the video where I talked about the guy with the big mouth, he commented that he's got a nephew. I think he said a nephew that he shows these videos to, and that his nephew's in kind of been getting mixed in with the wrong crowd. And but the youngster does pay attention to these types of videos. And so, you know, my channel it's a way that what my hope with this channel is to show people that you can go from being supposedly the worst of the worst to getting that opportunity and becoming a very productive member of society, right? So that was my main goal in this, because like you guys know, I always say, man, I'm trying to change people's hearts and minds that, you know, maybe something comes up on the ballot that can give dudes doing life or dudes doing time period, give them more action and more programs, whatever. We need to do that. And if I have to be out here and sharing certain shit to show that we can be productive, then I'll do that. But then when I get comments like that, where it's helping hopefully helping a youngster choose a better path than we took, that's super important. That's affecting the future, you know. So I guess I'm gonna piggyback off of that last video and talk about another story, and just to show people how serious things are in there, and how the lessons that you learn in there can and are applied out here to keep you focused and just to keep you disciplined, probably, right? So, you know, in prison we used to have a saying, man, where don't start nothing that you're not willing to finish. And, you know, finishing something in there is usually very bad. And when we say don't start it, do you know the first way to start it is with this, with your mouth. And so, you know, all it could take is somebody confiding in somebody, hey, well, you know this, I don't like this or whatever. And that could lead to your downfall very fast. And, you know, that's the thing out here. People just talk and talk and talk. And so here's a story. I was on the yard crew one time, and it was in between yards. And Avato came out, and he was a kitchen worker. He was coming back from medical, and he came and sat at the table with me, and he was a C number. You know, C numbers came out in the early 80s. They might even came out around 79, started in around 79. Back then, the numbers moved very, you know, a lot slower. So I believe it was like 79 to the maybe 83, 85, 84. I don't know, but it was it's an old number, right? And he had been down forever, and he was a grouchy dude. And so anyways, he's coming out of medical and sits down at the table with me. It's only me and him out there because I'm yard crew. And I mean, there's some black yard crew and white yard crew, Asian yard crew. But so he sits down and he starts complaining, you know. man, back in my day, and, you know, the way these Judas act, and, you know, these Judas should get whacked, and, you know, all it takes is to whack one and put a demonstration down so, you know, they know what time it is, and back in my day, this and that, and, you know, and the way they give the lunches, and, you know, he's just going on and on and on. And I'm sitting there and I'm listening to him, you know, and I'm listening and I'm listening. And I mean, he talked nonstop for probably at least 20 minutes, right? So finally, when he took a fucking breath, and it seemed like he was gonna get up and take his sniveling ass to his cell, I asked him a question. I said, "Hey, Holmes, you coming out to yard tomorrow?" He goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, do you need me to have a strap out here for you, or are you gonna bring your own?" And he was like, "What?" And I said, "Well, you know, you talked for about a half hour about this demonstration, and you talked about back in your day. You're still here. It's still your day, homie. So, you know, you're a C number. You've been around. You know better than to just talk frivolously. So, I guess you're gonna come out and whack one of these Judas, right? You're gonna put the demonstration down." And he was like, "Oh, hey, Holmes, I thought we were having a conversation." And I was like, "But you know better, you know." And of course, he didn't whack a Judas, but I don't think he ever did that again, you know. And luckily, you know, I wasn't the kind to go run around and this vato, because it's gossip, you know. But that's just a little insight on how it could have been twisted into something, and it could have forced his hand into something that he obviously didn't want. He just wanted to talk about it. And so that goes back to, like, in our daily lives, man, we have to be more aware of the things we say. You know, my wife will ask me sometimes about certain things. "Babe, how come you didn't?" And then I would tell her, "Well, because if I started, I have to finish it," you know. And she's like, "You're not in jail no more." And I'm like, "I know." And unfortunately, that's just, you know, I'll give you an example. You know, now, you know, obviously, you know, you get older and you think about things. There's been times, I think I said in a video before, I got cut off one time, and in the streets. And then we got at a stoplight, and the car was right in front of me, and I wanted to get out of the car. Not to go get down with him, but I wanted to get out of the car and go tap on his window like, "Hey, what the fuck was that?" But as soon as I said to myself, "I'm gonna get out this car right now," the next thing that I heard in my head was, "You step out of the car, you lose control of the situation." And that kept me in the car. And that's the type of voice we need in our head, you know. Those of us that are used to just lashing out need to have that voice where, you know, we understand the bigger picture, you know. So it's a quick video, man. I just wanted to tell that. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let's get some new ideas on new videos.